Hey there, how's it going? Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back to
It's been a month.
Why are you already yelling at me? Why are you already yelling at me?
I said it's been a month.
Goodness gracious, shut up.
Hell no, boy, you don't get to take a month-long break and expect us to just be okay with it.
Yes, it hasn't even been that long. What are you
I
talking
said it's
about?
been a month. Are you
It
stupid?
has not been a month. I guarantee you it has not been a month. So, my bad on that one. It has been a month, and for a small YouTube channel, that's not really what you want to do. But no, I have not given up on this, and let's get into the full video. Welcome back to the TSL channel. Today, if you do not know, if you're sleeping under a rock, it's March Madness time. The best time of the year, other than Christmas. But March Madness is my favorite tournament style. It's the best tournament style. You cannot convince me otherwise. So today, I am going to be releasing my full bracket, who I think is going to win the championship, who I think is going to make it to the Sweet 16, all of that, everything. I waited until now to do it because now we know who won the first four. You know, we got Alabama State, you got Mount St. Mary's, you got Xavier, and you got, what's the team that didn't deserve to make it in? Oh, yeah, North Carolina. North Carolina who made it in. Yeah. Stupid-ass take, by the way. So, let's get into it. And we are here, and it is so beautiful. I mean, look at the teams. You got all the teams here. You got everything. You got all the 1 seeds, the 2 seeds, the 3 seeds, etc. So, let's start off right. Alabama State's going to win. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so let's be honest here. These 1 seeds are strong. They're not like Virginia, and they're not like Purdue. Auburn is going to win this game. It's not going to be close. See, and we're already starting off with a hard one here, because Louisville and Creighton is one of the most difficult matchups in this bracket. With that being said, I have no idea how the hell Louisville is an 8 seed. Yeah, like, I saw, like, a post on X that, like, showed all the different, like, because they were the 13th ranked team in the AP polls. They showed all the different, like, rankings, and they're significantly lower than every other team for some reason, and I do not understand why, because Louisville was a good team. Let's get back at it. We got Michigan and UC San Diego up next. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my first upset. UC San Diego is a 30-win team, and Michigan is only hot right now. That's about it. Next up, Texas A&M and Yale. Texas A&M. Yale had their Cinderella run last year, and if you do not know how Cinderella runs work, it never happens twice. So Yale is not going to move on after this. Then we got Ole Miss and the team that wasn't supposed to make it in. The team that was... It was a mistake, the fact that they made it in. Well, You know, see, because here's the thing. Ole Miss should blow them out of the water, right? Ole Miss should be in there. But, no fucking chance. North Carolina's making it into the next round. Ole Miss, you're not ready. Next up, we got Iowa State and Lipscomb. Iowa State's best player is injured, but at the same time, they're still a 3 seed for a reason. He's been injured for like the past couple of games, so I'm going to have Iowa State make it past. Marquette and New Mexico is a tough game, but at the same time, it's 2 gritty coaches. It's 2 very experienced coaches with Shaka Smart and Richard Pitino. So it's a difficult matchup, but I will have Marquette taking the upper hand in that one. Michigan State versus Bryant. Michigan State sucks in the tournament, but they're not losing to Bryant this year, at least. Then we're going to skip over to East, because why not? Duke versus Mount St. Mary's. This is disgusting. I don't like the fact that I'm making them pass the first round, but Duke is going to kill Mount St. Mary's. I'm sorry, Mount St. Mary's, but as much as I want you to win, you got no chance. Mississippi State and Baylor. See, I'm under the opinion the SEC is the most overrated conference this season. It's disgusting. The reason I say that is because I don't care if you have the greatest players on God's green earth in your conference. There is no effing way 14 of your 16 teams in your conference should make the national tournament. So with that, Baylor is moving on. SEC can burn in hell. I don't care. Oregon at Liberty. See, Liberty is a very good team. Liberty, they play very hard. They play very gritty. Oregon, obviously, they just switched conferences. They're in the Big 12 now, which is weird to say, but they are. But I'm going to have an upset alert. I think Liberty takes this one over Oregon. I know Oregon's playing well this season, but Liberty is playing good. You got to have a 5-12. But I do have Michigan and UC San Diego. Now I'm going to switch it. Oregon's going back there because I already know how this one's going to end. Arizona's too streaky. And I'm an ASU fan. So, y'all can burn in hell. And it's not like Duke, where I unfortunately have to pass them. I think Akron actually can beat them. VCU and BYU. See, BYU is a bunch of 30-year-old men playing basketball because of their missions. That's no disrespect to any Mormons out there, but so it's difficult because VCU played really well in their tournament, but I feel like I have other 6-11s that are closer, so I'm going to give BYU the edge. Wisconsin and Montana is an interesting matchup, but Wisconsin is playing pretty good. So I'm going to go with Wisconsin. St. Mary's and Vanderbilt, that's a hard one to choose. I've gone back and forth with a couple of my other brackets that I've done off camera. But I have St. Mary's in most of them. Alabama, Robert Morris. And then moving on, we got Florida and Norfolk State. See, this is where we go Norfolk. UConn and Oklahoma. See, UConn is such a insane team to be in this situation. Back-to-back national champions go from being a 1 or 2 every single year to now we're the 8th seed. I do think it was a disrespectful placement for them. And they're playing an SEC team, and SEC can burn in hell, like I said. So UConn is moving on. Memphis and Colorado State. See, Memphis is a very good team. They played their asses off this entire season. Colorado State, too. I just feel like Memphis can actually pull this one off and make it past them. See, this one, though, Maryland, I've seen a lot of people say, oh, Maryland's going to win this one. Oh, Maryland's going to win the championship. I've seen brackets where Maryland wins the whole thing. Not in mine. I can guarantee you that. Grand Canyon is moving on. Grand Canyon is a bunch of experienced players, like BYU, and they've have the experience before in this, and they're poised for success. Drake and Missouri. If I see anyone say Missouri is, I honestly feel bad for Missouri on how horrible this game will go for them, because Drake is a 30-win team. And Missouri is in the SEC. They should not be here. So Drake is going to run them out the building. Texas Tech and UC Wilmington. Texas Tech. Shout out UNC Wilmington. But got to go Texas Tech there. Kansas and Arkansas. The fight for which Kansas it is. See, Kansas obviously has had their struggles. Hunter Dickinson has been horrible this season. I have no idea how he made an all NCAA team. But Arkansas is also getting back their best player in Boogie Flan, their phenom freshman, right? So I'm gonna say it's not that Kansas, it's our Kansas. Our Kansas is gonna win. St. John's and Omaha. Rick Pitino knows what the hell he's doing. The freaking Italian mafia boss over here. Houston and Suey. Oh, yeah, let's go Suey. Nah, it's going to Houston. Gonzaga and Georgia. I honestly, looking at it, if you take Mississippi out of the tournament entirely, I feel like they did not get a single 8 seed correct this season. Because there's no way that Louisville should be an 8 seed. There's no way Mississippi State should be in the tournament. And there's no way UConn is an 8 seed. And there's no way Gonzaga is an 8 seed. Therefore, another SEC team can burn in hell. Clemson and McNeese. This is one of the most difficult. Because Clemson was heavily underrated. Because the ACC this season, I don't know what they were thinking. We just got absolutely destroyed in the things. But, so I wanted to just put Clemson there just so the ACC can prove everyone wrong and be like, yeah, we're not as horrible as a conference as you guys said we were. But McNeese is good. McNeese is good. McNeese is a good team. And you want to know what happens when good teams play in this tournament? They win. Clemson goes down in the first round. People are thinking, oh, ACC, we were correct about ACC. ACC's trash. You want to know what is trash, though? How in God's green earth is Purdue a 4 seed? How the hell did Purdue get here? Purdue honestly should be an 8 seed. I have no idea why they're a 4 seed, let alone they have to be the poor, unfortunate team to play High Point. Oh, dear God. Purdue might, honestly, this might be lopsided. I've seen all the odds that saying Purdue should win. Purdue is going to get killed, in my personal opinion. Illinois and Xavier. See, Xavier just beat Texas not too long ago. It was about a couple of hours before, for me, at least. So, I've seen how Xavier plays. But at the same time, Illinois is pretty good. So, I'm going to go Illinois. And oh, Kentucky. Everyone knows how last year you lost to Jack Golahy. So, let me just look up something. Troy men's basketball. Let's go players. You see this? You see all these guys? You see this guy? He barely plays, so let's go Kentucky, because there's no white guy to kill them. Shout out Jack Golahy. UCLA and Utah State. Old Pac-12 versus future Pac-12. No current Pac-12, because the current Pac-12 is 2 people. So, this is an interesting matchup, because Utah State's been playing out of their mind recently, and UCLA, they've been playing pretty well. Let's look at it. I have 3 of the 7. 7 and 10s are normally evenly matched as the 8 and 9s. So, I think I'm going to go Utah State. Tennessee versus Wofford. Wofford, they had that one run a couple years ago. That's about it. All right. Now, we go back up here. Auburn and Louisville. I want you to understand this. Everyone says Auburn is some unbeatable team. I don't see it. Yes, I know they have Johnny Broome and all their other fifth-year guys, but Louisville is heavily underrated. I want you guys to understand that. But I do think Auburn does make it past this. UC San Diego versus Texas A&M. I don't really have a lot of confidence, even though I do think the Yale does not have the Cinderella magic 2 times in a row. But I know who does have the Cinderella run this year. UC San Diego makes it to the Sweet 16. That's a 12 seed in the Sweet 16. Yes, you heard me. Remember how I said they had their best player was injured? Remember how I said I'm a North Carolina fan? North Carolina is in the Sweet 16. From we didn't deserve to make it to we're on a run. And it ain't no Cinderella run. I don't want anyone cheering for us when we make it past. All y'all can stay over there. All y'all can stay over there when you guys were like, oh, they shouldn't have made it. Ooh, they were not good enough. Ooh, 1-12 in quad 1. Shut up. Shut up. Michigan State or Marquette. Marquette, Shaka Smart. Do I pull it off? I don't think so. I think this will be a close matchup. I really think that Marquette could honestly beat them. But I feel like Michigan State, they're playing too good this season. I feel like they squeeze past it. Go over here. Duke is going to kill. This is the worst thing that I think I've ever seen as a North Carolina fan, because they're going to kill Mount St. Mary's. They should. They're a 1 seed. But these two, neither of them should be in these positions. Like I said, I've stated multiple times, I don't think Mississippi State should be in the tournament. And Baylor also shouldn't be in the tournament. But actually, they should be like a 10 seed. They were 1 seed off with Baylor. But so Duke unfortunately has the easiest route to the Sweet 16. And then we got Akron and Oregon. Akron and Oregon. See, I already have my Cinderella story over here. 2 technically with North Carolina and UC San Diego. Do I do a third one with Akron? I don't think so. I think Oregon is going to beat Akron. Akron playing really well, but if they could beat Liberty, they could beat Akron, in my personal opinion. Wisconsin is going to beat BYU. BYU, I could see BYU playing good, but that's if they somehow beat VCU. St. Mary's and Alabama is an interesting matchup, because St. Mary's has fought basically everyone in the book, and Alabama is really well matched. I do not like Nate Oates, at all. I do not like him as a coach, as a person, honestly. But I do see Alabama making it past. Go down here. Florida and UConn. I've seen so many people tell me Florida's going to win the championship. Tell me Florida's going to do this. Florida's going to do that. You want to know who has done all this and has done all that? UConn's upsetting Florida. Florida is overhyped, and that's never what you want to be as a 1 seed. That is the last thing you want to be as a 1 seed, is an overhyped, really good, playing out of their minds on a streak of their lives 1 seed. UConn is going to show them why the hell they've gone back-to-back. Yeah, they don't have the players. Yeah, they don't have the seeding this year. They're going to show them why they went back-to-back. Memphis and Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon, they're playing good. They played great, but I feel like Memphis is just the better team here. Drake and Texas Tech, Drake's going through. Yes, you heard me. 30-win teams do good in the tournament, unless you're a hyped-up 1 seed. Arkansas and St. John's, Rick Pitino versus John Calipari. Should be a good coaching matchup. Don't think it will be a good game. St. John's moves on. Houston and Gonzaga. See, this is a difficult one, because Gonzaga, I've said this, I said this already before in the video, Gonzaga got heavily disrespected this year. Houston is, in my personal opinion, the weakest 1 seed. Yeah, I know I have Florida losing in the second round, but I can still see them winning a championship. Houston, I don't think they have what it takes this year, and I'm going to get a little nerdy up here, but if you look at the other 1 seeds, everyone talks about KenPom. They were really good in KenPom. I think they're 11th in KenPom. It goes, for KenPom, though, it goes 1, 2, 3. The 1 seeds are 1, 2, and 3. This is 11th. Houston is the worst 1 seed this season, so this is the most difficult 1-8 or whatever it is, 1-9 matchup that I have. But I do think Houston's defense does crack down on the whole Gonzaga topic. High Point and McNeese. See, McNeese plays great. High Point is playing great. They both won their conference tournaments pretty easily, in fact. I have High Point making it through. McNeese, Could win. Honestly, it's 50-50 for these, but I do see High Point making that Cinderella run and people being like, High Point is so good. High Point is amazing. HPU. Kentucky and Illinois. Kentucky and Illinois. Let's look up Illinois' basketball team. Ooh. A lot of white guys. You know what that means? Illinois makes it through. I just wanted to show you their roster, but I knew Illinois was making it through. Utah and Tennessee. Tennessee's playing pretty good right now. They won their conference tournament. No, they didn't. They did not win their conference tournament. They were in the SEC, but they are still playing good. I will give the nod to Tennessee. We go back up here. Auburn and UC San Diego. This is where the magic dies. Auburn is going to defeat the Cinderella. Auburn makes it through. We don't lose against Tom Izzo unless it's the regular season. We don't lose against Tom Izzo unless it's in the regular season this one specific year. Oh. Then we go to Duke and Oregon. I really don't want to do this, but Duke makes it through. Oregon, again, Duke has just the easiest path. The only team I could honestly see them beating Duke is Arizona, because Caleb Love, God, I wish he was still on North Carolina, cannot lose to Duke and refuses to lose to Duke, but they're going to lose before they get to Duke because they gave them the hardest matchups here, but Duke is better than all these teams, so Duke makes it through. Alabama and Wisconsin. Alabama goes through. Wisconsin played pretty good, but I do see Alabama making it through. UConn and Memphis. You want to know something? You see that? You see that? People doubt UConn this season. It's still UConn. Like, is still freaking Dan Hurley. He's not going to lose. He's not going to lose to Memphis. He's going to laugh at Memphis. 2 30-win teams here. Rick Pitino versus Drake. But Rick Pitino's team is playing out of their minds right now. I'm going to give it to Rick Pitino and the St. John's. High Point and Houston. This is a way easier matchup for Houston. It's way more evenly matched. We go Houston here. Illinois and Tennessee. Tennessee makes it through. Illinois probably played great, but I do have Tennessee making it through. Go back up here. Auburn and North Carolina. They played earlier this season, and as I continue to say, North Carolina had 2 bad losses the entire season where they were not competitive at all. It was to Duke the first time, and Auburn's going to repeat that here. Fortunately, my Tar Heels get eliminated, but we proved that we belonged in because we belonged in the entire time, because it was a stupid take to say that we didn't belong in. Duke and Alabama. I refuse to let Duke go past North Carolina. I don't care about how good Duke is. I refuse to let them go past North Carolina. Alabama makes it through. We go down here. UConn and St. John's. Dan Hurley, Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino's playing his ass off. UConn's playing his ass off. I do have Rick Pitino making it through, though. And Tennessee versus Houston. I do see Tennessee winning, but Houston's defense contains Tennessee's offense. Houston, despite being as I said earlier, the worst rated 1 seed, in my personal opinion, does make it to the Final Four, because I feel like their biggest challenge is here. That's their biggest challenge, and this is their second biggest challenge, and I feel like this could actually happen, but I do feel like Houston does sneak out of there. Then we go here. Auburn, St. John's. 1, 2. It's really hard. It's National Player of the Year versus St. John's. Basically just Rick Pitino just in his happy squad. Auburn does make it through. And you want to know something? You want to know something? There's this one thing called a rivalry in sports, and it's a big rivalry in football. It's going to happen in basketball in the national championship. Auburn, Alabama. One of the biggest rivalries on the planet is going to happen in the national champion. And who do I think is going to win between these two teams? Auburn. They're experienced. They have players. They're playing good. Auburn is going to be my national champion. It's going to be 149 total. And that's it. That's it. You see it right here. Auburn is going to beat Alabama in the national championship. Let's go through the entire bracket one more time for you guys to see. You got all this over here. You go second round. Go here. Go over here. You got all of this. Every single one of them. Everybody's playing. But at the end of the day, only one team can win, and that's Auburn, because they got the experience and they got the drive to beat Alabama. And Nate Oates, you ain't practicing tomorrow. Alright, and with that, thank you everyone for watching the video. I'm sorry about the month-long break, I'm trying to find a good upload schedule. Sometimes I just forget to make videos. That's the hardest part, is editing the videos. Not really too happy with that part, but thank you for watching this video. You best believe I'm going to be watching a lot of March Madness tomorrow. I hope you enjoy the March Madness. I hope I enjoy the March Madness. And who knows? Maybe I'll get a perfect bracket. I won't. I definitely won't. Because honestly, if a perfect bracket would be if North Carolina wins the whole thing. But let's end off the video the correct way. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Anything to help the channel grow. Watch some March Madness basketball. I will hopefully try and upload some more videos soon. And with that, peace out, y'all.